take this with a grain of salt, but I've heard like they've done a lot of things to make the second season of Discovery better.
I have also heard that. I don't particularly believe it because I don't really trust the source for that kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't trust, I don't trust that isn't coming from the network, posting things on social media on fake accounts.
Or Discovery fans.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You already liked this shit before.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, try it now. It's exactly the same, but we're going to tell you it's different.
Can I?
Yeah.
Are we getting old?
Yes.
Yes.
Times were tough, so I sold my soul. And I don't think I'll ever regain control. Devil looked me in the eye, now I look the other way. What else could I do? I just stared at the doorway and knew I'd rather be drunk with you. I'd rather be drunk, but I'm caught.
Hey, Internet. Highway 47 here. We're watching some Star Trek, and I made a joke about the title of the episode. This is Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 2, Episode 5, Loud as a Whisper. I am Shaggy B. With me is Draco Funk.
Hi, guys.
What's that? Were you whispering?
Hi, guys.
Oh, perfect. And with us is Scrodrick. How's it going, Scrodrick?
Hi, guys. How are you doing?
Guys, we're here watching Star Trek today.
Oh, God. Now I'm having bad flashbacks of the comedian trying to do Jerry Lewis in the last episode. I wanted to die, and I was at work when I watched that episode, so it was like...
So you already wanted to die anyway, yeah?
No. I enjoy my job, just not the people I have to see usually.
I understand.
You know what I'm really sad will never happen?
What's that?
I'm really sad Data will never meet Gilbert Gottfried.
I want
Oh, God, is Gilbert Gottfried dead?
No, he's not.
Oh, wait,
Data's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, but there's, B4 now, the comic book canon.
Well, we've established in Star Trek from the new movies that death doesn't prevent you from being alive. We know from everything...
They want you alive, yeah.
Yeah, we know from everything in Star Trek after the year 2000 that, like, anything that happens in time is reversible just by, waving your hand and you can reset time to whatever you want.
That's Janeway's fault.
Yeah, and...
Well, canon doesn't matter in anything. It's like
exactly.
When they did the Roseanne reboot, they just retconned the series finale from before, and all of a sudden the father's alive. What, Dan?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and if Brent Spiner's too old to play Data convincingly, they'll just recast him with, like, I don't know, like Liam Neeson or something, and nobody will, it'll be perfect. Just look at how
they can de-age him now.
Yeah,
digitally.
and just look at how indistinguishable Zachary Quinto and whoever that is who's playing Spock now is from Leonard Nimoy. Like, it works perfectly. Anyway, this is Star Trek. From back when men were men and, uphill both ways in the snow and all that. Season 2, Episode 5, Loud as a Whisper, which we have differing opinions on. I like this episode. I like it because... I like it partially because of the way it came to be. The guest star of this episode, if memory serves, and feel free to double check me if I'm wrong in the comments, but if memory serves, the guest star for this episode was like a prominent deaf rights activist, or deaf rights or deaf advocate, for the deaf advocate for the deaf or something.
Yes.
And he basically wrote in and said, you guys should do an episode, for my people, to bring light our issues and all that stuff, bring to light rather. And so they said, okay, we'll do it, and you can be in it. And that's basically how it is. And I didn't know that for the longest time. And it never, like, I think it's a well done enough episode that doesn't really stick out. You know, you can totally just sort of watch this and believe that it was organically something that the writers came up with. The plot makes sense in the universe, and you know, it doesn't. It's not really pandering. It's taking a suggested topic and doing something good, making a good work of TV out of it. And I also think the plot's fairly compelling. You know, I'm not going to list it in my favorite episodes, but on balance, I actually do really like it, and I've always kind of, you know, enjoyed seeing it when it's on. That's my opinion. Would one of you guys like to share yours?
This episode is just a blah episode for me.
Okay.
And I can't remember it at all, but I'm going through the tracking on Netflix, and it looks like he's doing some cool karate poses with his hands. So.
Oh, you're going to feel like such a dick later. And so am I for how hard I'm laughing.
I was trying to hold it together. I was just being, I really can't remember this episode. So.
Oh. That made my night. That and the whisper. All right, Draco Funk, can you tell us something about this episode?
Oh, God. It has an IMDb rating of 6.6.
Well, that's better than one of these. The Child,
It's better
I think.
than The Outrageous Arcana.
What the hell? A train went by like literally 4 minutes ago.
You're going to hear a big crash in a second.
Oh, God. If you hear a big crash and then I vanish, you know what happened. Actually, you won't, because I edit all of these, and so...
Yeah.
Anyway, it might go off the other side, and in that case, it'll just take out the water tower, and then we're...
Yeah,
away.
you might want to send me the link
School.
now.
Yeah. No, the school is like on the other end of town. It's just a daycare over there.
Oh, daycare, that's better.
Yeah. So they're like even more innocent and young children, you know.
Yeah, that's
But they're
before
also
they've
not
developed
there.
any skills. Yeah.
Right.
Because
Hey,
it's
anyway.
night.
you're giving away what time we're doing this
True.
on a weekend.
That's true. Anyway, IMDb rating, the IMDb, the ibby dibby rating of 6.6. You know, it feels like we've got our mojo back, you know? It's been a while. Hey, everybody, everything just went to hell. It's 12 hours later since we found our mojo just now, because at that point, our system that we used to record these episodes completely crashed on the server side. And we went to bed because it was late, and now it's morning, and it still doesn't work, so we're trying an alternative. So if things sound different from here on out in this episode, don't be too surprised. And I also forgot to silence my phone because it's 9 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And people are
We've
going to
only
start
been going at
texting.
this for 45 minutes trying to get this started.
We actually have, yeah. We have.
God. Okay. And I've taken sleeping pills because I have insomnia.
And Scrodrick sleeps during the day because he works at night. So this is going to get really weird really fast. But we're here to enjoy it. We've said everything about the episode, I think, at this point, haven't we?
Did it record?
What? Well, I don't know, actually.
Yeah, we'll have to check.
Yeah, I'll have to check.
But like I said, panning through this, I saw all kinds of karate hand movements, so I'm ready for a lot of action with this one. So
It's gonna make me lose it every time.
I mean, I feel like an awful person, but it's just the first thing that springs to mind.
Well, I know exactly what you mean, because like when you scroll through like the Netflix, timeline, you get like the screenshots and yeah.
Well, yeah, he's moving his hands a lot.
Yeah.
The last episode was, what if, the crew met Han Solo? This one is, what if the crew met Goku?
Are you sure? I'm not totally sure that's what this is. You may be thinking of someone else.
I know it was all the karate hand movements, you know.
Oh!
The best part is I
man.
think Scrodrick got it, but you didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
Like, my mic was actually muted for a lot of that, so... Oh, man, I almost puked. That was great. Okay.
All right. Well, I know we got to the IMDb rating, which was 6.6. Pretty sure we got to the air date, which was sometime in early 1989.
January 7th.
January 7th. I don't
First
care
episode
what you
of
were
1989.
doing. Yeah. I don't care what anybody was doing. Let's just get this goddamn thing started. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Have we explained how we're doing this? You know, the 5-second countdown?
No,
Yeah.
go ahead and do that while I pull the clock up so I can give a countdown.
Yeah, there's going to be a 5-second countdown. Hit the play button.
On Netflix.
Yeah, there's going to be a 7.5-second countdown, and when you press that play button, it will spontaneously a child up to age 50. I don't know.
And we'll be here praying that it's one of us. Okay.
Oh.
I think I'll probably cut that out.
Yes.
All right, let's just do this. This is Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 2, Episode 5, Loud as a Whisper. Literally 12 hours of attempting to record. We're finally starting the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. This better be f***ing good.
I was hoping you were going to say, "Hiya."
I should have. I'll have to focus my chi a little better next time.
I bet they're going to interfere.
They might. Good job, Wesley.
There's a thing floating above my desk.
Yeah.
Yeah, hear that vibrating noise?
Yeah.
You know, if
The
you
molecule of it.
if you hear a vibrating noise that isn't there, you might be having a stroke. But don't take my word for it. Do you guys hear that buzzing noise?
Swap Picard really wanted to show Riker.
On his chastity belt.
He had to tie one off.
Yes.
Better put on my captain pants.
But I just want to have... Okay.
I really want them to have just been, like, careening towards a planet's surface.
Yeah. Half the speed of light.
Waiting for that standard orbit.
This is boring crap.
Yeah. Yeah, where's the fighting? So I ran out of the blood red cherry drink mix, and now I'm on a grape. And it's a lot less, like, startling when I accidentally, like, cough up some purple.
Mm. As long as you don't start sweating purple.
No, I'm good there.
They're not supposed to interfere, dude. Hey, they've been visiting with O'Brien.
Yeah.
Is this the first time we see O'Brien?
No.
Damn.
No. No, he's been around for a while, man. He was in the pilot.
Shit.
You all shut up. Man's not allowed to think his own thoughts.
Just got done sharpening my teeth.
So I wonder what do they call the person? They invented a new word. So
It must be a pretty great warrior for the Klingons to be on edge.
It literally translates to like, Mr. Party Pooper, or like.
oh hey, it's that one statue.
Oh yeah. The scratching its own ass statue. It's a little teapot. I can't remember, like, a couple of weeks ago, I noticed that I'm a Little Teapot fits really, really well with some hilarious song, and I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, the title. Don't skip the intro.
That one. The thing that we took 12 hours to forget to mention.
If you just skip the intro, hit pause.
They corrected the star field in between the rings of that planet and the planet itself. In the original, the stars moved slightly differently there.
Huh.
There they go.
Mm-hmm.
There's the wrong note.
Still there.
Whoosh.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Frakes. But you don't have to take my word for it.
That's LeVar Burton, man. Oh, God.
I can feel the sleeping pills working.
Awesome.
Ah.
I hope they're not the type that if you don't go to sleep right away, like, they quit working.
They kind of are, because it's over the counter.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Loud as a whisper. We're back, by the way, if you have commercials.
Yes.
Special appearance by Diana Muldrew.
Muldrew?
Or whatever her name was.
Maybe leave that room.
Ring the doorbell.
Now that is a beard.
How does it rate on the Argyle scale?
It's pretty up there.
Isn't that like John Delancey's wife or something?
I don't know, actually. Or if you too. Whoa.
Yep, she's married to... That's John Delancey's wife.
Okay, cool.
Since 1984.
I'm a little bit surprised that he's married. Stick a needle in my eye.
Like, stop now. No.
Mm-hmm. I am the boner.
That's why I'm standing back here.
Yeah, that's why the camera
Slightly
will
out of
only film me.
frame.
That's why the camera will only film me from the waist up.
Can we see that on video? Is that allowed?
So, like, this is all interesting, but
Yeah. But it's slow.
it's like those guys, their whole life is just a talk for him.
Uh-huh. Or the Habsburgs, who were inbred to the point of horrible disease and cognitive decline. Wait, no, that's not.
But
Is that a wicker vase? Waist up. Waist up.
So do they have like
Sure.
a second shift crew or a third shift crew that comes in when this guy when those other people need a break?
I don't think they get a break.
Well, didn't they just say something about like the line of all those other people provide that service to his line? So like those people needed a little bit of time off at least to reproduce, unless never mind.
I'd imagine that it's a good time is had by all,
Well,
together.
Yeah.
Oh, good, the doctor's here.
How many seconds till she's a bitch to Data? I don't know.
I thought she was going to get up and start talking about Wesley. Does he really know how to fly the ship?
Can we trust a man with a beard to command a starship, really?
It's like, quit looking, Will. You won't like the libido one.
Don't be intimidated by his beard, Riker.
Is that like a doctoral graduation robe that he's wearing? No, not quite. But first, Captain... Oh, wait.
Step up your beard game. Oh, wait.
Oh, he's cold.
As a stump?
Yeah, it's a lot like a Tiberian bat, but not quite. Unless I'm drunk, and then I resent it.
Don't touch
Don't
me.
touch me.
Yeah, Jordy, did you intend to initiate a mating ritual?
Is the doctor still there?
Who cares? They're gonna leave the room. She's like, Captain, can we really trust a deaf person? Would you care to arm wrestle? Oh, good. They put him in the glassware room.
Oh no.
Would you call that a corset or like body armor or...
Notice I only brought my libido with me.
Mm-hmm. In fact, it's kind of on the surface right now, if you know what I mean.
But it won't go that deep. Oh, wait.
The cream rises to the top. Oh. Tell me all your fun little stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if Akona's, time on the ship is any indication...
He was leaving a captain's log.
He was. Like the executive branch and the Jews. What were you doing 15 centuries ago? Boy, the outer space is sure bright today.
Yeah, they're going like warp 14 or something,
That's a good point. My ego.
Aye.
Only the counselor were here to evaluate that. Oh, he's busy delivering right now, if you know what I mean.
I mean, I always found that command a little bit... we're approaching it Okay, half impulse. Does that mean they're within the system?
Means it'll take another, 8 months to get there.
Yeah.
It's like the. I don't get it.
Is infinity. Look how clever I am. We both know that vomiting.
Beware the food poisoning, yes.
Exploding!
Head explode.
Carl Sagan.
Birds? Lot.
Mid-air collision, okay.
Yeah. He always congratulates himself whenever he says anything to a woman. He's like, yeah, I talk to girls. Look at me. Oh no, lasers. Yeah, it's a laser. That's how they work.
They're like super intense.
Yeah, and really, really localized.
He doesn't know what's going on.
Man, I was just about to eat this, catnip. Do you guys know that catnip, produces flowers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that until it started doing that in my yard, a couple weeks ago. It's alright, they're pretty ugly. Oh, hey, Wesley left.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not Wesley. His sign language is, really sophisticated. He just brought his hands together and said all of that.
You know that meeting that you had a few minutes ago that you kind of just walked out of?
Yeah.
You could have said that there.
Yeah. Like maybe, I don't know, security?
He doesn't want security. Mm-hmm.
To everything, there is a season.
Also, don't say
Commercial
something
break.
like that before you...
Right back.
Don't say things like that before you beam down to, a war zone.
True.
Brian's like, hey oh.
Hey guys, how's it get?
Do you want some red shirts before you go down? We have extras.
Ah, completely natural hilltop. Clearly made from geologic processes. Bum 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 bum. Give me like 8 seconds. Jordy, table.
Quickly. And Riva would be so offended if I was there because I keep looking at his translators.
Yeah. Raggedy from.
Might want to say something before they start shooting. There you go.
Ah!
Oh. Well, he's going to be deadified here soon.
Sky magic creature, return! And the Enterprise is slowly falling into the atmosphere. Nobody's looking.
You're pissed.
Good thing you have an empath.
Kamehameha, huh?
He's going to blow up the planet. Oh, God.
Gallant gun!
They weren't my friends. What are you talking about?
Data, go learn sign language. Data, go learn sign language. Oh.
There you go.
There we go.
Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra.
Good practice.
You done a great job.
Now we can go take you to the doctor, and she can build some sort of contraption that'll make it so you can hear.
I want it to look like a bathysphere helmet.
Commercial
he
break. We're back.
Tries to use his voice for the first time ever.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Please edit that out.
I will. I mean, I was thinking the same thing, but yes. Oh.
I've created my own. It's much more efficient. Let's make him learn it.
Yeah.
So, shouldn't they just, like, choose... I'm assuming that the one he learned is from his planet.
Presumably, yeah.
Maybe he's the hipster of sign languages. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he does have the beard. He needs a one-handed sign language so he can carry a growler in the other one.
Oh, yeah, there's the doctor.
Well, he's deaf. Do you guys know that? Put the helmet on him anyway.
It'll be funny.
Yeah. You could, like, give him a or something.
Yeah.
Take one for the team.
Yeah. This is your mother.
Can they just ask him which one he uses? Like, here's a notepad. I'm going to hold this up. Like, go to the computer and show us which sign language you use.
Right.
They didn't think of that.
Or read our lips. What sign language do you know?
Yeah, you're kind of a douche, yeah. Just told Brent Spiner to improvise it.
That's why you always have backups.
Every time they cut away, Data's doing like a jerk off motion. Coward. And that is your fault. Oh, hey, it's the same speech you get from every doctor.
Yeah, screw that.
Yeah.
And then how would he adapt to that? Yeah. I'd never be able to adapt to my job having normal vision.
Yeah, really.
You know, the number of times Jordy just looks at a seemingly normal surface and he's like, oh, it's about to give out right here. I would have never been able to know that.
That's a good point. I mean, it saved the ship, maybe... Oh, wait.
No, you won't.
Maybe I shouldn't have told him. Also, I'm like 20.
But I'm going to guilt trip you into it. Because you're being a No, not really, but you know, still.
Totally being a
He's kind of being a pansy.
Eh.
I mean, you can't really blame him.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. It's like, oh, 3 closest people to me ever just got murdered.
Yeah, that would mess with you. It's even harder if, you know...
You can't hear.
Yeah. Data doesn't have emotions.
No.
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, just do that.
Yeah.
Then again,
Like, have you tried...
oh, go ahead.
Have you just tried not sucking at life? I mean, it's that easy. My wrist? What? She's just like, yeah, I knew it was coming.
Like, let's take them to Pound Town together.
Wow.
Commercial break and we're back.
See, sometimes you just need a woman to make up something stupid to make you realize that you're kind of dumb, and then everything's fine.
Yeah.
Alright, let's try plan A again. I want Reva to just immediately surprise everybody by killing everyone who shows up. You sons of bitches, you murdered my people!
Wide beam vaporize, you know?
Yeah.
Stupid rock formations. Stupid people. Stupid sand. Gets everywhere.
I hate sand. Yeah.
Yeah, where's my effing table, you know?
You guys had 4 days. That's a pretty cool table.
Okay, good. Not tiki torches. Maybe tell them too.
Or if you have fire breath, go. Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks, Riker. Just yeah. You run that mouth there. How can people so stupid learn it? Well, I guess if you'll be fine, we'll be fine.
Please beam down a tent and some supplies.
Yes.
Leave your phasers.
Yeah.
Maybe the tricorder too. That'll be handy. Communicator. That'd be good. Guys, come back.
Porta potty.
Or white shoes to a muddy rock. That takes balls.
Yep. Might not have to take cover if he gets shot at again.
You know, we never hear this planet.
Man, Wesley's part was just essential to this episode.
It's like, did we leave him any means to communicate with us?
Yeah, they'll build him a transmitter once they learn his sign language. Can you explain what the hell this is?
What? Oh, that's not the words I thought he was going to say.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say waist up shot. No, oh no.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, we got through it, and maybe this recording will work out. I hope.
Don't even.
I know.
Yeah. Check.
Thoughts?
Audacity? You're still working. Okay.
Audacity is still working.
Yep,
for
I've been
me.
watching mine
it
run the whole time.
Yep. So, thoughts on the episode now that we've watched it?
I mean, it was an interesting episode. It was very distracting when he had his chorus with him because, like I said, I would have been offending the hell out of him because every time one of them talked, my eyes immediately went to them.
Yeah, it really is a challenge. And, you see things like that and you don't really think about how hard it is to deal with when you're in a situation where you have to do something, socially that goes against what you're used to.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been in a situation where it's like, here's a translator, just, address the person directly. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and my most relevant, I guess, but comparable experience to that is working with a person for a couple of years in my job, and then that person coming out of the closet as transgender and asking for a different preferred name instead of pronouns.
Ooh.
And and it wasn't, it was not an immediate physical change.
Uh-huh.
So this person still looked quite feminine and spoke with a feminine voice, and suddenly it was he and him and different name. And I couldn't do it. I tried, and I would always get it wrong, and I was constantly apologizing, and and they were gracious enough to be like, hey, I get it. You've known me for this long amount of time. And I'm like, I really am trying. And when I had time to write something down or, refer to something in some sort of written communication or whatever, I got it right. But in just conversation, it gets so ingrained, she, her versus he, him, and, the names because you've known this person. After having that experience, I totally understand. I don't think I'd be able to look away from the chorus either if I was in that situation, So it's really, really, really weird to get used to that kind of thing. So I would imagine, I guess it's portrayed that they do a pretty good job of that compared with my experience of how hard that sort of thing is to do. So... yeah. What I'm saying is I don't blame you.
Why, thank you. No, I have run into one experience at my job. There was a gentleman that only spoke Spanish. Well, I don't. So I was able to pull out my phone, which is kind of a no-no in a work setting, but whatever. I pulled out my phone and, the Google Translate app, and we could talk back and forth through it. So that was pretty nice.
Yeah.
I have a pocket universal translator.
Yeah.
I really want your boss to come by in the middle of that conversation and be like, put your phone away.
I actually ran it by my boss about 20 minutes afterwards, and she's like, oh, I wouldn't have thought of that. And then I showed her how it worked, and she's like, oh, yeah, you can do that. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But there's no policy on it.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of one of those I'd rather ask forgiveness than permission sort of situations,
Well, yeah, and we have a translation line that we can call, and... It's a different situation, but, I've had the interpreter on the phone get things wrong before, so I'd rather see what it's outputting and then a translation of what it's outputting, and then I can tell if it got it right or not.
Right, yeah. Yeah, and one of these days I need to get back into trying to relearn Spanish. I took enough Spanish in college to, have enough of a familiarity with the foundations of the language to build onto it. Apparently not like English, but I need to get back into it because I encounter a lot of Spanish speaking people with what I do also. So yeah, it's kind of a thing. So on the social issues front, which I think I kind of said in the introduction last night. I don't really remember, but I like this episode on that front. Drago Funk, you have any thoughts on that in that context?
Man, that scene where they got vaporized was kind of brutal.
It was. Yeah. And that's the 80s gore again, the stop motion. You saw their whole skeleton and all their organs disappear,
Yeah, and that's why I can understand he would be really messed up, and it's kind of amazing he's even doing anything right now. I would be in a ball on the floor, like, just hitting people, It's like, don't walk into my room, I'll kick you in the shins as soon as I can spin around,
Yeah. I mean, that would ruin me for sure too. So, yeah. I think the Riva character is well done. He's pretty insufferable for the first, half of the episode, and there's a payoff to that, because he really gets his comeuppance and really grows throughout the episode. And that's a hallmark of a good story. If the characters change, they're changed by the situation and so forth. It's really well done. One of the things that we often complain about in these episodes is pacing.
Mm-hmm.
This episode, I don't think, is much faster paced than a lot of the previous ones, but I think it's actually written well enough and it's weighty enough that you're still invested.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't seem like a lot of time passed. Like, I was actually kind of like, oh, it's already over? Okay. So it kept me engaged long enough. Right.
And I think that's really just because of how well it was executed. I don't think it was that it actually had more to it than some prior episodes.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, it engaged me and I enjoyed it. It was a well done piece of sci-fi. So.
Definitely. And, brings awareness to those sort of social differences sort of issues, which, remember when we were kids in the 80s and 90s and we were taught that we were, evolving out of those sort of problems and that we were getting better, and now here we are in 2019 and,
one step
it's too
forward,
early for that.
Several steps back.
We're making America great again by slaughtering all the Jews and Muslims in the world, Yay. So, all right. Well, on that note, we hope you enjoyed this episode, and we hope this commentary works. If there's extra noise in the background, we apologize. We had to record most of this in a different method than we usually do. But, we'll try to...
Hopefully next week we'll be back to normal.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll try to get our tech issues sorted out. A lot of it's server side. There's nothing we can do. But there you are. Join us for Star Trek The Next Generation on weekends, basically. I'm going to make the executive decision to probably move it more to a Saturday, Sunday kind of release going forward for the time being, because my weeks are nuts right now. But, Orville, we're shooting for Wednesdays, and I think we've nailed that pretty well lately.
Mostly.
One-offs when we get to them, and anything else whenever we feel like it. So... that's all I got.
I have nothing else, so I'm ready for bed.
All right. Well. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good day.
Bye-bye.
Happens to me.